Hello, my name is Tiptoe, and welcome to the first of probably 3 videos of just little, I guess you could call them rants, but just more about where Lost Saga stands right now, or at least my opinions on how things are going. So today's topic will be about OGPlanet and how I view them running Lost Saga as a hosting company, things they're doing right, things they're doing wrong, and things they definitely need to improve on. So to start off, why is the new hero's name like Chieftain? Chieftain. Just call him like Chief or something. This name just seems a little bit bizarre. Maybe it's just me, but other than that, he seems like an interesting hero. But anyway, moving on. So OGPlanet, I've been with them since like 2007, and I really haven't had any issues with them until, well, a couple months really. I mean, they've changed a lot of things since I first joined. Their look used to be very fantastic. I don't really like the way OGPlanet looks now. But anyway, so probably the first thing I want to talk about is OGPlanet's reaction to interacting with its players. They don't want to do it. Why? Because they think it'll ruin the gaming experience that I guess that they want us to have. I mean, it's not like we don't play the game anyway. They fear that they will stop playing the game simply because all they want to do is talk to the GM. Yeah, that is what the players want to do. Players love to talk to GMs. They want to know that they care about their customers. They care about their players. We want GMs to be able to interact with us in-game and on the forums and just be friendly with us. You know, let us know, like, hey, we're here. Our job is to help you if you need it. And we're trying to make this a fun game for you. So, interacting with your players is a very huge part about being a hosting company. You can't just sit there and be behind the scenes all the time. I mean, it shouldn't work that way. You lose trust in your players. And a lot of times I hear you mention, well, it's our policies that we shouldn't do this and that and this and that. Well, I haven't heard all that much about what policies stop you from doing what things. Like, back when I was a Master Hero, one of the reasons why they shut it down was due to a policy. I don't exactly remember what policy that was, but it vastly hurt what we Master Heroes could do. It made us virtually useless in terms of being able to ask the GMs, like, hey, this guy's having this problem and it's a little bizarre. Is there anything you can do about it immediately, or I can tell them to do in sending you guys a help desk? What should I tell him to put in there so that he doesn't have to send 2 or 3 and it take him weeks to get the problem solved when it could only take a day or 2? So these policies that you guys have, I haven't seen a legit reason why you use them. Maybe if you could put a small statement out saying, this is a policy, this is why we have it. And saying that we don't want you to know what goes on under here, that just makes you suspicious. You shouldn't say stuff like that. It makes us think, like, hey, they're hiding something from us. It's not like, oh, hey, there's a hero out, da-da-da, but we're not going to tell you what it is. No. We're talking like you're hiding something from us, like you're being lazy. It's not right. So you guys, you need to interact with your players. The players want to hear from you. They want to know what you think of the game. They want to know what... I definitely tell you, they want to know what you think of Grand Templar right now. So that's pretty much what I think the GMs really should be doing. Their players want to hear from you. An issue most people have with OGPlanet is their update speed. The speed at which they update their games. It's usually twice a month, or it usually works out to be every other week, every 2 weeks. Sometimes you have to wait an extra week, but they generally do it the second and fourth week of the month. That's pretty much how it's been since I joined OGPlanet. I personally don't have a problem with that. I think that update speed is fine. But the amount at which they update is a little bit it's a little bit iffy. I mean, for Lost Saga, I understand there's not much. From what I understand, we're only missing like the newest map that came out in Korean. So, I guess I really can't expect much to come out for Lost Saga except for gears and heroes. So, it's kind of understandable. But, there's also the reforms and stuff, which you need the client update for, which apparently you need for everything. Which pretty much brings me to my next point, is other versions of Lost Saga have stuff that we don't. Now, as selfish as that may sound, we can understand Korean getting stuff first. Obviously that's where the development team is. That's what they're obviously going to get stuff first. But we were kind of here second, and that other versions that have not been out relatively long at all, maybe not even a year, have already gotten some of the features that we've been practically begging for. I think it was Indonesia Lost Saga has the silver coin shop. If they need the next client update to do that, why don't we have one? From what I understand, you guys say that the developers of Lost Saga give you guys the updates. Well, why aren't we getting it? Why are we being pushed back so far? And if it is the developer's fault, it's your job as a hosting company to sit there and say, hey, our customers aren't happy. We need your help to fix this. We're relying on you to make sure that your game is a success over here. We are helping by monitoring your game, keeping your customers happy, and trying to keep them entertained while you do your work, you do your job. We do our job, then you need to do yours. You need to get them on the game too. You can't just sit there and expect them to we'll get to you eventually. Right now, these newer versions of Lost Saga need our help. I could understand a couple weeks maybe if that were the case, but no, this should stop. We have untranslated files. We have I's where apostrophes should be. This isn't right. It is OGPlanet, you need to crack down on a lot of these problems. You can be a great company and it wouldn't take that much effort. I honestly don't think it would. As an MH, I was very, very active. I constantly had to talk to players that PM'd me and asked for help, or just was like, why do you have an MH in your name? Are you posing as a GM? Da 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 da. You guys already have a feature to stop that from bugging you. If you guys don't have that, then being a GM shouldn't halt you in any way to interact with your players. It does come back down to that. But the bottom line is, as a hosting company, it doesn't seem like you're doing very much. The tournaments and stuff, that's nice. I think that's great. I've seen a little bit more GM player interaction lately, but it's not much. I really don't see you guys in game. Granted, I don't play as much as I used to. I don't have that kind of time anymore. There's just so much that you can do, OGPlanet, to make Lost Saga a better game, even without the developers' help. You don't necessarily need their help to make sure that your game is a success over here, or that their game is a success over here. So I've always loved OGPlanet as a company. You guys helped me when I had a billing issue that banned my account for 2 weeks, and it wasn't even your fault. I mean, I enjoyed that. I've received several times where GM has been very helpful. Back when I played Rumble Fighter, a GM helped me out very much. I was very confused about the game. I didn't understand too much about it, but he gave me a brief overview, and I was able to enjoy the game a lot more because I talked to a GM. If you guys had not been there, then what? Who knows if I'd even still be at OGPlanet? Who knows? I have a lot of great memories with GMs back when Albatross 18 came out. I scored a hole-in-one in front of a GM. I felt like I was like the best player ever. I was actually terrible at Albatross or Pangaea or whatever it is it's called now. The point is, there's just a lot of things you can do. Player to or GM to player interaction. You need to stop letting policies help or prevent you from being a better company. You probably need to figure out a way to get your content out there faster. You need to find out what's up with other versions getting big features of the game way before we do. And, you know, that's basically it. You know, I don't have any problems purchasing Astros. I don't necessarily think some of the price. I only have a problem with 1 or 2 items being the price that they are in Lost Saga. So, other than that, you guys do a great job, in my opinion. But, you know, I hope if you guys bother to even listen to this, like, 12-minute video that, you know, maybe it'll shed some light on what you really need to do. So, this has been Tiptoe on what I guess it really was a rant on OGPlanet not doing things that they probably should be doing. Alright, see you next time.